Hey, good morning, y'all. Getting my stuff. I was trying to wait till I get to my magic number, which is 20. I'm over 20. Good morning, Manty. Well, Manny, not Manty. There's no T. There's N's, okay? Let's get it popping. Hey, y'all, let's get it going, y'all. Let's get it popping, y'all. Let's get our coffee, y'all. Let's get our brew through, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. Let's get our H2O. But you know what? Y'all can also have coffee, tea, or milk. And it'll keep the body good. And not wrinkling up on me. Now my hands might be getting there because of all this sanitizing and washing every day. And you know when you're out, you're not going to keep on grabbing lotion, grabbing lotion, grabbing lotion. Wash your hand 20, 30 times a day. You're not going to go, oh, put the lotion on 20, 30 times a day because you're going to turn around and wash it off again. But look at my face, my neck, and everything. That comes from taking care of myself. Unlike some of these youngsters that call themselves coming as old girl. Okay. With that said, let's get started. Y'all, I had a troll in my comment section yesterday. Now, everybody know when I was talking about the false flagging, I did say something along the lines as back up because you're carrying a child, you don't want the child to come out evil. Or I said something to the fact that that's evil. Why you going there? Still ain't got no words to cuss you out or still ain't mad. You can't, nothing you can do to hurt me. Somebody came in my comment section and said, well, you did go at her child. I didn't go at no child. That ain't the way I said it. But if I did say, watch out, the baby gonna be born this and that, you know, you don't do things, you pregnant. It wasn't saying in the target way, and it wasn't said in a dragon way. It was saying in a way that if you with child, watch what you're doing. Because you want to deliver healthy babies, what I really was meant, even though I probably didn't put them in those exact words. So I commented back and said, no, I didn't go rewatch. They coming back, yes, you did. You say your baby gonna be evil. Well, I didn't say it like that, but it is what it is. Take it the way you want to take it. But anyway, I end up just deleting because I want to go back and forth with that person. I'm quite sure you're probably watching me now, even though there's a few of y'all here right now. You know, I don't care. I watch the replay. You're gone. You're Tulu. I know you're just trying to be confrontational and you from over there. I was kind of watching Rolling the Ball back on Sir King, you know, right now this morning, and him and Lemon was discussing it. And, you know, he's right that sooner or later, you know, all those false flagging, you know, is going to get recognized and people lose their channel for that. But the person that's false flagging don't care because they got so many channels. They're not really trying to make it. Once upon a time, they probably did, but they couldn't get it off and running. One of them is a guy for sure. And had talent, can sing and everything. So I heard behind the scenes, he's really into it more heavier than anybody else. But of course, that person used to dox all the time. So y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna stay there long at all. So I kind of stayed and watched his panel just a little bit. And Terry P came up and she called out Pink Booty about the comments he be making. And wanted to know, do he be meaning things that he be saying? And he said he be trying to fit in and a lot of stuff going on, so forth and so forth. So I'm not the only one see all those comments, because what I don't like is when you have a BET moment. Why you doing all that talking? You can never be black and understand blacks or understand what we go through. You know what I'm saying? There's no way I can go in the Caucasian section and then just start making all the comments because I'm dragging somebody. You feel like you can do it too. Shoot, you think they would hang? They used to hang ninjas back then. They can't do it me in person, but they'll hang me in them chats. Come on now. But anyway, I'm moving on for that because I was trying to catch Tracy this morning too, and she was also discussing something that I hadn't heard. But I don't know. It's just a lot been going on. She said something. What did she say? Tracy was on this morning talking about Sir King as well. And she was saying, now I want to get this right. I don't want to mess up what I'm saying. But she was talking about Sir King over there this morning. Evidently, their feud of whatever's going on is still going on. So, but I do know Sir King was talking about there's a new rule about people taking each other content, but she was doing a reaction video of Sir King just a little bit, not enough for him to be tripping. But, this is what she said. Tracy, if you see my replay, are you here now? This is what she said. She said that Sir King spoke with Jay Speak's daughter. Anybody heard of that? That's the first I heard. Now, that's what made me go over there right now and start rolling the ball. I want to see that part for myself. But she was playing a part of the video, but I couldn't stay there and watch it all because I'm already running late. Even though I was up early this morning, testing things out, I still managed to be late. That's just me. Because I was up early this morning because I was doing a test on my second backup channel. And I only did a 3-minute, 16-minute test. It's on my community walls, on Lady Nika's community wall. For those of y'all that hasn't subscribed yet, go on over there and subscribe. The few people that did come in that subscribed over there, I made 2 mods, Manny and Lady Nika. So when I come back on later on, I want some of my mods to be there so I can mod them up and let me know if y'all still want to be a mod. Good morning, Tia Baby, Nappy Child, Miss Gerald. I didn't speak just Nat, Mitri, Spook TV. I'm sorry y'all didn't speak because I just got right into talking because I don't think I'm going to hang on here long at all. But y'all see my title, Miss Spirualgirl is Byke. It's like good morning, Jessica. It's like she never left. She didn't skip a beat. So whatever was done to her, it did not prosper. See, when people try to do mean, evil stuff to you, it don't prosper. Good morning, Keisha Bishop. So I'm just getting ready. I have been procrastinating. I've been having that channel. I'm just getting ready just in case because they say it takes 48 hours. So far so good. I got 478 over there, and I haven't really been pushing it. But if it really goes down like that, then I'll push it hard. And I know I got enough stuff to come over there too to get me to my 1,000. But if they want to do it before that happen, y'all can. Y'all, I'm almost at 500. And that's pretty good for me because I've only been pushing it over here myself. Okay. Now, the first time this channel, it took me 4 months to get to 1,000. It can be that again. I don't mind growing organic. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But I got a feeling this time it'll be quicker because I build up some following. But anyway, I got way off course, but I had to throw that in. That's why y'all see my title like that. And then y'all know. Whoever don't know, Miss Pizarro's back. I was over on the live this morning. Whoever don't know, she didn't skip a beat. You couldn't harm her. And she back being herself. As when I come back on that other channel later on, just to mod up some people, I'm going to be on there again and I might stay and do a little thing. Now, let me fast forward. So, when I got up, I also seen Jay Dunn had been on through the middle of the night doing a live. Now, the part that got me that I really only want to talk about was when the Shelly part. Shelly came up on the panel and they was talking about a different subject, but of course the subject came up about Brianna's chat. Jay Dunn said they always lie over there. And when there's something go wrong or something happen with their channel, they tend to deflect. But my thing is, Jay Dunn, if you see this replay, why would you say that? Because you always going up on their panel. See, y'all, this is what I mean by people on YouTube. But I understand Miss Pizarro and Brianna, they don't internalize that. They know Jadon. They know how she is. I get it. But, I don't know. Maybe because I'm just not with the foolishness like that. I'd rather you jump down and just say what you're going to say. But that's what she's over there saying. So anyway, after Shirley and Jadon got to discussing what they was discussing about all that foolishness, Olivia popped up there. But Shirley had already gotten down. She said, "Oh, I was trying to get to catch Shelly because I want to let Shelly know that they lied over there on me. I haven't did a reaction video in a long time." Now, I agree with that, Olivia. You haven't did one in 3 weeks since the first day that Jay Speaks jumped up on your panel and all the people's over there. Then you start doing that. That's the reason why you weren't doing reaction videos. Now that the false flagging is coming about, and people talking about people playing other people content or something, you're gonna have to stop. So whatever you're doing now, try to get Miss Pizarro's concept, you got to keep going on with it. No, Jay, I'm just doing commentary like you or anybody else. So she said she don't have a problem with Shelly. However, she did flag her, but it's been a couple years ago. She flagged her because Shelly was doing a reaction video to BS doxing her or something like that. But the point is, you did flag her, so you did have a problem with her, and you probably still having one to this day because of that. But she said she wasn't impressed. But for somebody to get up 4 o'clock in the morning, tell me somebody called you to go watch Jay Dunn, you're going to get up at 4 in the morning to go jump on the panel to explain you ain't mad, you ain't got a problem, But at first, Shelly didn't want to come back up. She got a husband. Then she finally came back up for them to talk it all. Then I quit watching. At that point, I said, okay, I don't want to watch them more. I already know how this is going to go. But I don't know if they agreed to put it aside, they agreed to roll each other, whatever. But I feel like if you ain't pressed, just leave it alone. So the word is yesterday when Miss Pizarro asked her, because they put it on Brianna. Brianna was the one that asked, well, did you flag? She said, Brianna said, did you flag Liddy? But Brianna wasn't the one that asked that. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me. But she's so gun-ho on going off on this young woman that she's old enough to be a mother, almost a grandmother, and cussed out again. See, she don't have a problem with cussing out these young girls. She really don't. Well, young ladies, so to speak. But I be saying it like that because I am older too. Y'all already know I have a thing about going at these young ladies. That's not over 30. I just can't do it. Because I feel like I'm arguing, cussing out my child or somebody's child. But she said everybody can get it, and they can. And it just depends on the situation if I ever have to go like that one day. Okay? And that's the way. So that's what went on with that one. Now, also, Rita had got on Brianna's panel. For a split second, you guys, I had almost forgot how Shelly got into Rita's business with her family and her daughter, sending pizzas, hot wings, and Pepsi's over there and talking about that young lady, about her mother. And then, because Rita and her mother and her daughter have aired out their differences. About 3 times we all saw it. But I don't think because they was going through that me or anybody, which I didn't, would jump into that, because when it all boils down, when it's all said and done, like Rita's mother said on one of those lines, at the end of the day, that's still her daughter. And they're going to come together, especially if something go on, like when Rita thought her daughter was missing. You see how her mother and all of them got together, like the way families do. That's why I'm always saying, I can come at my sister, but you can't. When I'm describing, I'll come at one of my black people, but don't bring your pink self over here trying to discuss my people with me. And that's what a problem come in with me, with the pink booty over there, because I saw him help somebody dox this black lady. I saw him jump on there saying the most, oh, is it okay if I be here? You don't got to ask that, just stay in the bushes and be there. I see all of that. Then people just got tired of blocking and say, okay, just let them stay. But I think right now at this point, I'm the only panel that won't backstroke and let them come back and do all that. But I was glad when I was rolling the ball that Sir King, that Terry P called him out on that. She said, what did you mean? Because I remember you was on Blessed Channel and the things you were saying. He explained that how you don't mean no harm once again. Would I apologize? And here go the apology again. So anyway, y'all, not that I'm trying to harp on Pink Booty, I'm just letting y'all know a little bit that went on these panels. Now, far as doing reaction videos, I've done something or a couple ops. They ain't tripped. They said done a couple played for a little thing to me. But I don't trip off that flag and really don't know how. But I say when it get to that point, I have to. Then I will have somebody show me how and walk me through it. I will do it. I don't want to, but if I have to go that way, y'all, I will. Okay? I don't want to see nobody lose their channel, even if, especially if it's most of their income. And I hear somebody have a problem with me saying that. It ain't no shade when I'm saying, oh, that's that person's income. You know, there's no shade. There's no shade. But like I say, the people that's false flagging is the ones that ain't got nothing to lose, really don't care, got about 50 million channels. That's the way I see it. Now, as y'all know, me and Sir King came a long ways. It took me months, a year before maybe however long he been on. He was probably a year before I even jumped down and spoke. And I was always in a title over there, but I still would never go over there and say nothing because that's not me. That's not my character. I don't really care going in. And then we finally got into it, and then it smoothed off. But lately, we have been very cordial. And I've always said, I don't hate the person, but we always going to do a little drag, but a fun drag. So right now, I'm, cordial. So, okay, Gummy, get you the time stamp. It was Brianna that said Olivia Rodrigo played Shirley Stuck. Got time stamp. I don't know who said it, but I didn't think it was Brianna. Okay. I don't think I heard Brianna say that first, but that's neither here nor there. That's besides the point. That didn't warrant for somebody to just go on their channel that's not pressed about nobody saying nothing and drag and cuss that lady out like that again. Now, all the stuff of Brianna's that's been played over there, and Brianna is nice enough not to flag, but to give only a warning. Remove my stuff. There was a lot of her stuff played, and y'all know it was a hell of a lot of stuff over there, when they was jealous of the lady. Okay? A hell of a lot of stuff played. So is she going to run and take all those videos down? And I said to myself, when somebody told me how she was dragging Brianna, and I peeked over there, I said, if I was Brianna, I wouldn't have gave no warning. I would have just got busy. See, Brianna ain't got time and don't feel like wanting to do all that. But after all of that, disrespect, all the funny little young lady clothes and stuff. Now y'all know she gonna come back and drag me. Well, I'm old bitch, dusty wig, all of that kind of stuff. When we all both ARP age. Come on now. Let's get serious. Let's get serious. Okay? I haven't did a reaction video in a long time. Like it's been months. It's been 3 weeks. Y'all go back and look at that date when Jay Speaks first came up on that panel. That's why. Because you say, oh, I can do this and have all the options. Everybody come and get into it. Go break me some dollars, some cash apps. The super chat is getting you now. Okay? Now, there was, once upon a time, not just her, another lady. Oh, y'all sitting around waiting on where they take people money. I don't beg no money. Baby, when that person learned how to do StreamYard, oh my God. There's no commentary, just straight on. I'm dropping the link. Come on, badly. That person, oh my God, couldn't wait to monetize and start begging for cash apps. So it turned out they start waiting for a welfare check too. Okay, that's what it turned out to be. Now, I'm not tripping off all this false flagging. And don't get me wrong, keep telling y'all when I say this, who don't want an extra coin? But I'm not going to die because they ain't not going to make all that money like that. Like I say, it took 4 months to monetize. Then I had to wait an extra 30 days because I removed some videos and went under my 4,000 watch hours. Then for the next 2 months, I kept going under the threshold, which is under 100. It took me a long time to get any kind of piece of change. And that's still not a lot, y'all. And then that made me understand why Juicy Booty and some others come on here 2 or 3, 4 times a day. because that's how you get the coin made. Or if you come one time a day, you got to be extremely messy. Then I start understanding. I said, okay, you can make money. The potential is there. But I don't have time to do it like that. However, now that I got my second channel up and going, and I'm almost at 500, I think I'm gonna start trying to come over there in the evening, 20 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to find time, and to come on and finish building that up organically. And well, so in the way I did, but I'll rush it and push it if I go down quick like Parental did. Then I'll just tell everybody, come on, let's I'm gonna get my 1,000 in one day. But right now we needed to go to Parental because she already was took down, and I'm glad she's BYKE Byke. She's Byke, y'all. She's Byke, y'all. So when I come back on later on, I'm going to announce it because I want to know if all my moderators still want to moderate over there. Like I said, so far, Manny was there and Lady Nick was there. So I did text Miss Theo, asked if she still want to be a moderator, and I think Nappy Child. I didn't have everybody's number to ask them. Because, see, I'm thinking I can go, well, y'all wasn't there for me. I wonder, can I moderate if y'all were to go leave a message in the comment section or something? If not, I'm going to come back later on. But if all my moderators want to still be a moderator, even over there, and then if not, I'll find somebody else. But I'm quite sure y'all, I hope y'all stay. I like my moderators. And then I also want to say this to the new ones. If y'all need me, and I know sometimes I can't be there, but I can always fill in. I can be a moderator, and then when I drop down, I'm there. Or I stay in the bushes, be a sniper if I'm out. Thank you, Peace Love, says she a mod over there. So when I come back, I need to mod up my thing while you're live. Okay, Jessica, so I'm going to make a point to come back live. So I think Jessica was your moderator. If not, you want to be one, but I'm going to be moderating the other ones back up. I really am. And so whenever I do have to start going over there like that, peace, love, yeah, I'll be doing that. But let me speak to some people, y'all. I'm looking down. Thank you, 225 in the house. I ain't hardly spoke to nobody. Let me get busy. Hey, is Jay. Let me just soap and wash. Who is this right here? Gummy. I'm going to read some of your comments too real fast. This is my second channel right here, y'all. If y'all haven't sub, go on over there. Nappy Child says she a mod over there. Jessica B. Nappy Child. Hey, Bree Anta, girl. Y'all did it, huh? Miss Pizarro ain't lost a beat. E-I-E-I-O. Girl, they really thought this hurt somebody. It ain't hurt nobody. See, people that's, misery loves company. Just let me put that out there like that. And the one guy that's really behind it, I really think it is one guy. And y'all know I'm talking about. I'm talking about him over here. The one that do all the doxing. I really believe that he's behind most of that because I know for a fact he got all my information because I had to set up my StreamYard. I used to use my PayPal. That's my name. I might start dropping that again. And I've also saw my name in the comment section of one of Kwani's things. I just know that it's been passed around to everybody at this point. I just know that. And then they want to say, I use my age. No, I don't. But if I decide I want to use bullying because I'm not bullying y'all, and I have to go that way, it had to be extreme for me to go that way because I'm on here for the kiki too. And it don't have an age on it. I'll be just like Timothy Blaine. I ain't gonna do the Mayday, but I will do the harassing and bullying. Believe that. Cole's World, if you can't read, how can you type? And if you can't read, you got bigger issues than what Bree said about it. Maybe I understand that comment. Let me put this up here. If you can't read, how can you type? Okay. If you can't read, you got bigger issues than what Bree said. Oh, exactly. Okay, I guess I'm getting what you're saying, Cole. Anyway, let's walk in. Let me see. Manny say, don't worry about the numbers on your backup. If anything happened to your main page, you have to go to back up yourself. Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. Right now, we needed to have Pizarro back on the streets right away. Because that was an empty spot. And I'm in the bushes all the time. Even don't drop down. They know I'm in the bushes because I might show some eyes. I might come back the next day telling them what was going on, because I am out a lot. But I'm there. Like this morning, so extra early, like I said, and I threw some eyes in there and I comment from both of my channels over there and let her know I'm over there supporting too. And that's the way it is. Hey, Duchess. Yeah, because she was, I'm not all the way gone yet. And they said take 48 hours. Somebody told me that's watching that live as was going on, one went through or whatever. But, it's crazy. Now, speaking of, really Google my promoting another channel page. That's what I want to tell y'all. So last night when I was in Lady Nika's chat, they moved my comment. All I did was go subscribe to Miss Pizarro new channel. That's all I said. And do y'all know they moved my comment? They moved my, I ain't say nothing. So at that point, I said, well, let everybody else keep promoting. She got enough promoting in here because they moving my comment like they was on Nappy Child yesterday. Are they picking, choosing? Wow. Hey, Center Focus, don't see you, but somebody's speaking to you. But when I get up there to speak, I'll see you. Hey, Michelle A, if I didn't speak to you, soap and wash. I'm going up now, y'all. Okay, now I see you. Good morning. Wait, am I crazy? Hasn't a lot of them did? Yes, but somebody said something about reaction videos. And everybody know that's all DL did over there with the reaction videos. And and she didn't just do little portions of it and then shout them out and tell them go over there and watch it, drop the link. Like I tell everybody, okay, y'all, I'm not gonna play nobody's whole content. Mine's drop the link so they can go watch it. I don't care if it's the author, who it was. She played the whole video. 2 and 3. So I say now that must be the people video who she's working with, who she's playing, must be in cahoots with her. Because everybody know after somebody playing all Trump mouth stuff, he gonna flag. That was weird. But then they complain about somebody playing 5 or 10 minutes. And it really probably don't add up to all that because you're going to play a little bit, talk about it, play a little bit, talk about it. Say, okay, y'all, now y'all go watch it, drop the link, y'all go watch it. That's the proper way to do it. You don't play nobody whole stuff. And everybody knows Sir Key don't like nobody playing his stuff. But he even said he read the rules. It's percentage of his portion you can play, but not nobody whole stuff. Now, I don't know why he looked into the rules to see that. I don't know if he's upset and wanted to see if he gets somebody to play this whole stuff. I don't know why I didn't get a chance to ask him that because I really was going to jump on his panel last night and ask him questions. But evidently, I was getting my beauty rest, like he said over there. I need to go to bed because I'm sleepy. Okay. Woo, child, I tell you. Yes, indeed. So that's just the way I see it. So I don't understand it, but everybody know that was the reaction queen over there playing everybody's stuff. Now to Kwani baby girl. Now you're old enough to know that 911 didn't just start in the 80s, baby. The first 911 call was placed in the year 1968. Google it. Kwani seems to think 911 started about in the 80s. Now we're gonna Google it, to make sure I'm saying what I'm saying. Okay. Wait a minute, they're doing this. Do you want to? How you know how they always do that update thing after this? Okay, I don't want to do this yet. Y'all get off here. Update, postpone. I don't know. They keep doing that every week or something like that. But let me Google that for you, Kwani, baby. Come on now. I was a child. I remember people calling 911. Yes, indeed. I'm quite sure you was a child too, a teenager back then. Let me Google it. Okay, y'all. But that's what she said. Now I'm going to make sure I'm correct too. Because didn't people back in the day used to call 911? Okay, let me type this in here. Okay. But that's what I want to tell her. Here you go. 22nd, 1968, the first California 911 system was installed in the city of Augustine in Merced County in the state's Central Valley. Okay? Now, the first call was placed in February. Yeah, throughout the country, a call to 911 can quickly connect you with help you need. I don't know where you get that 80s from. Google it, baby. And they celebrating 50 years of it. I'm going to try to find the story and read it. Okay. Now, before the first call, individuals needed to dial a local 10-digit phone numbers to reach police, fire, or emergency service. Just like people got to do our area code and phone number. In 1966, the National Academy of Science published Accidental Death and Disability, the Neglected Disease of Modern Society, a landmark report highlighting how accidental death and injury, particularly from motor vehicle crashes, had become an epidemic in the U.S. The report urged a series of steps to reduce these needless deaths and injuries, including exploring the feasibility of designing a single nationwide telephone number to summons an ambulance. See, you know, people ain't had time to be dialing no number, real whole number like that when an accident happened. 911, get somebody here now. 2 years later, a senator in Haleyville, Alabama, placed the first 911 call. It wasn't long before other cities followed the trend. Only 6 days later, the second 911 call was placed in Nome, Alaska. Since then, the system expanded nationwide and is continuously improving to keep pace and advancing technology. We all were teenagers back then and knew of 911. So, Kwani, baby, I'm surprised you didn't know that. I know you grew up with 911. Because you see your sister just like me. Ain't you 50 or older? Are you serious? You didn't know that? But Kwani gets over there and she's flipping out. She know everything. So I wanted to throw that out there. No shade, Kwani. I'm just giving you a little history, baby. How it was started. It was started because they need to get dispatch people there right away when tragedies go on. They didn't have time to be dialing the area code, then the phone number, then wait for nobody to answer and all. No. Okay? That's what happened. So Heavy Bear in the 60s, it wasn't an option. Was you a little girl there too, or teenager or something? But I just read how everybody cut on, but it started, the first one was right here in California. I just read it to y'all. Merced County. I know what Merced is. That's around Tracy and Fresno and all them different places, if you're familiar with California. Well, the party line, I remember party line too. You can get on the phone and call somebody, and then sometimes you hear some other people talking. The connections, you know, would mess up like that sometimes. And it didn't occur all the time, but that's what they call the party line. People be listening on your conversation. I remember I used to get on the phone, I say, "Ooh, y'all hear somebody talking," and you be nosy, you listen. That's how that happened. Then there were party lines that were done on purpose for people, y'all, to get on there. But it wasn't like it was how you can have a conference call or anything like that. It was just back then the technology wasn't as great as it is now. You know, it was totally accidental whenever sometime that would happen like that. Yeah, I just read it when it got around. I just read it. The people finally called on 2 years later. Started in 1966, 68 is when it started catching on. I just read all that. You're right, phenomenal. You're right. Now, so from Panel, I only told y'all two major things. Livia got pressed. Somebody ran over and said what she said, but for a person not to be pressed, you come on and stay hours like that to talk about it. Then you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Then to catch Shelly. Now, if I was Shelly, the first flag came from Livia because she admitted. Well, I did flag her back there but the fact that she's talking about it and making us think she really don't do that, or what, she don't do reaction no more for a long time, which has been 3 weeks, that's pressed. That's pressed. Now come on, call me all kind of dusty wig, bitch, you know, old bitch, whatever you want to call me, baby, because you right up there with me. Okay? And that's what I understand over here either. All of y'all are age 50 and over, get a life. Because y'all got, and Kwani seems to think since she don't wear wig, that's a big thing. Girl, look around. Black people, even the ones with long hair down to their butt, put wigs on because that's just the style. That's what people do. Get you one with that little head. Get you one. Or are they all too big for that little pea head you got? Get you one. Now, I haven't really got a hold to the person who helped me make my thing, but I'm gonna tell her I don't think she even know what's going on about this false flagging, that's going on. But after somebody false flag, like Sakee was saying, you can't just keep false flagging in somebody else's name. But like I said, then if they false flag and then take that video down, do it still? I wonder y'all, do it still go through? Because don't they still got to keep that video up of what said person did, whatever they feel like they flagged about? And it's stuff that ain't even nobody's business. Y'all ain't never heard me come on here and drag that young lady. I always spoke highly of her, even when she first started dragging me out of the blue. Okay? That chat of mine, so we ain't going to talk about happens all. No, we ain't going to talk about that because we all embellish stuff a little bit, Dallas Austin, baby. I've already admitted, sometimes I might come over here and embellish something in the way I would tell it. No, we're not, baby girl. But thank you for your input. Thank you for your engagement here. And we're not going to be dragging. Okay? Yeah, phenomenal. That's what I'm saying. But you're not pressed. Are you serious? Good morning, Square Biz. Hey, Heavy Bear. Where you live at, girl, for you to be saying that? Y'all extremely late then. You out in the country? What, in the forest somewhere? Come on now. We didn't have 911 in the 80s. Are you serious? Oh, yeah. No. I ain't never heard of that one, though. You the first one said now, by the time the 90s came, it's the norm. That's what people do. Now, I can go for the 80s. She said 90s, but wow, those are very small towns then. Very small. How'd y'all do to get somebody there right away? Then I can believe it, though, because I remember, I was a little girl in the 70s, and we traveled to Louisiana, Arabia, Louisiana, to visit my grandma. A lot of those people down there still had outhouses. Yeah, that's how you're right, Jessica. And people would listen. It might be somebody you know, it might be somebody you never heard, it might be anyone, and they just happen to be on the line, be across line or something. But it don't happen like that no more. Okay, yeah, a lot of people, they didn't have it before. Now, operator, get me to the police. Yeah, they hooked you up. Operators were trained to do that like that too back then. So that's true too. But the 90s, wow, that is, yeah, okay, that is kind of late. But you're right, they did dial zero. They right, you're right about that. Yeah. So I'm trying to think, is there any other highlights? See, Rita came on. I don't blame her. I almost forgot. Shelly, you did jump in that family business. I don't know what made you think that they're all going to turn against you. You know how your family might be. Some of them, it might be sometimes a little dysfunctional and talk about you to other people. But when it comes down to it, y'all going to stick together. Okay. Okay. Heavy Bear, I understand that. But 90s is kind of late. 80s is too. So maybe that's why Kwani said that. Maybe she's in a little remote town. Maybe, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's why she said that. But like I say, so it was that, because a big argument, a big drag came up out of that. And that's the way it's been. So get mad at me. Y'all, I'm used to people coming over here and doing all that. But y'all know when I get off here, I don't worry about all that. Oh, thank you, peace, love. I didn't want you tripping up that 14 away from 100. Okay, I didn't pull teeth that bad this morning. Louisiana got so populated, they added an area code, lots of states. Oh, yeah. When I was growing up, we only had that one area code, and I can remember it, 415. I believe in the 90s, in the Bay Area, this is when they added 925. So there's two area codes for the Bay Area, 925 and 415. However, other parts of California always got their own area codes. I'm not mistaken, Los Angeles is 202, or is it 210? It's one of them. But yeah, but some states, had one area code for all the cities and states in all the cities and towns in that state. To what California, different towns had their already back then had their own area codes. And then we wouldn't even say 415. So I can remember my phone number cut up as a child. We used to say Hampstand 95535. And I don't know what the Hampstand was short for. Then all of a sudden I had to start using the prefix. Okay, because back then we didn't have to use the prefix. So we'd go Hampstand 9, and the Hampstand is what the prefix would have been. So look at the H and the E. Then we had to start doing the 415 area code, then our 7-digit phone number as time went on. But back then, when people say, what's your phone number? We say Hampstand 95535, just like that. Then, but the prefix was 432-95535. Some people have 439-95535, so to speak. I'm just giving you the first three numbers. So, but we didn't have to put the first three numbers on. I remember that very well. We could just go do 95535, the last numbers. Now everybody got to do the area code and number and all that. So yeah, it came a long way. But I don't want to get caught up on that. Good morning, Crafts and Halls and Leela. Y'all, I've been talking almost my hour. Let me start dropping my link. If anybody, because I also wanted to talk update on this little girl that just got killed. Now, I listened to somebody yesterday, and they seems to think too that it was okay for the police to shoot, but even in slow motion. But I heard this one person say this, and they was right. The girl was 16 years old. She didn't have a mature mind. That's why she went outside to fight. Then they say that was her dad that was there, kicked the person on the ground. And at 16 years old, you are going to do ignorant stuff. You're young. You don't have an adult mind to think, well, I'm going to call to stay in the house. All of us has done, except for the people say, oh, no, I wasn't raised. Well, nobody was raised like that. But as a child, we still did crazy, ignorant stuff. Come on now. No, that wasn't, come on, we all, as a child. No, I don't think no kid was that damn good to go, and don't do nothing against what our parents say. I wasn't no angel, like I told y'all yesterday. I followed the person home. I had my crowd. She had a crowd going out. We standing for, come on back outside. Let's fight. And the family could have just ran out there, John. We all did stupid stuff when we were children, but you got people say, oh, no, ain't none of that different. Come on now. It ain't got nothing to do with ghetto, suburbs, and projects, none of that, whatever way y'all want to put it. Some of us children, not some, majority of us, didn't have mature minds at 16. We did crazy stuff. Simple as that. Exactly, phenomenal. We did crazy stuff. But I heard people yesterday talking about, no, that was red. It ain't got nothing to do with your raising. So your mind was that mature at 15 and 16? If somebody came in front of your house, come on, let's fight. Some of them, how we would think that was two grown women that went over there to fight this child. Two grown women. So if she had to try to protect herself, just take the knife out the situation. So what, she gonna stand there and get the hell beat out of her by two grown women? So neither side is right. That's why I said this is very controversial. But I'm thinking, as a child, maybe I would have tried to protect myself too from two grown women. And if that was her dad, because they didn't say in the report that was her dad, they kicked the girl, he was wrong. But then maybe he thinking she ain't have nobody helping her fight. How dare you come over? But it wasn't right for no man to kick a woman on the ground like she a dog either. That's why this is so controversial. Okay? Just kicked her like she was a dog. No, no. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't, I can't say I'm right. I can't say I'm wrong. I can't. This just a hard one. The bottom line is, the very bottom line is, the little girl ain't had no business been shot 4 times. I really don't feel like it should have been 4 shots. That's the bottom line right there. 4 shots. Are y'all serious? Are you serious? Or just playing some games? That's Tyrone Davis, y'all. Okay, let me drop my link, y'all. Anybody want to do some interaction with me on anything I talked about? Or right now the panel's open, whatever y'all feel like y'all may want to mention. Because I got 15 more minutes towards an hour. But while I'm still here this next 15 minutes, y'all start promoting. Put my second channel in there. Put Mazzaro is back and peace, love, custard, soap and wash, products. Oh, Jess Net did a video. I think I shared on my community wall showing her soap. I got to order some. So y'all make sure y'all go watch that. And whoever else I may be missing. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I like Official D Spot. I really do. But I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I really do like them better with the mukbangs. That's where I met them at. You know how when you meet somebody doing something, you got used to that. I like his mess too. Don't get me wrong. But I enjoy his mukbangs. I want to have one with him, but not with the pickles. I saw somebody eating the pickle in a couple of minutes. I want to do it with some pickled peppers. That's what I want to do it with. Because I love those pickled hot peppers. See how many I can eat in a minute. I think I'm gonna try that on my channel. It sounds fun. Fish, if you see it, if you're up to it, you want to do that. Do you like peppers? I know you do. You had a great big old bottle of hot sauce. Yeah, she was a child. Her mind went working, vet mature, called to this, day in the house. You know, the kids think they can move the world. They think they Wonder Woman, whatever. You know how kids would think. Falseflaggin having the sector. Be sure to subscribe to Bless Backup page. Yeah, thank you very much, y'all. Now, so far so good. Because yesterday I was at 307. Now I'm at 467 the last time I watched. Then I know some trolls gonna try to up sub when I get close to 1,000, but I don't care. Just like I did this one, I'm gonna continue on until I do that, okay? Because I remember one time when I started this channel, I stayed at 800, meaning I'll get to 860, drop that down there to 851, 852, come back up to 860, back and forth, because they do that right now. Hey, Miss Cruiser, good morning, baby girl.
Good morning, Bless. Good morning, everybody in the chat.
After that girl about that stimulus, I hope we do got a fourth one, and I hope they make it a monthly thing. You know, I watch that. I'm gonna let you know. I just don't be commenting, but I'll be watching you over here.
Yeah, hopefully they will do a fourth stimulus, and because that'll bring a lot of people that was already struggling even before the pandemic out of poverty. This country shouldn't have homeless people and people in poverty, to be honest.
Okay.
This is a rich country. But I came up here concerning the young lady who was a 15-year-old lady that was shot. I was on Dutch's panel yesterday discussing that, and I felt like I was accused of not having empathy, but maybe I wasn't. But that wasn't my point for being up there. I do feel bad that the young lady was shot, the little girl, the teenager was shot, and I hate that it happened. And my point is that as a community, how can we avoid it happening again? I don't want to just cry every time a Black person is killed. I don't want it to continue. So I like to have discussions on how to avoid these things. We know that we are in danger anytime the police is called. That we potentially we're in danger. So there are some things that we should be teaching our young people so that they don't be shot, because young people do make bad decisions, and it's our job to guide them in the right way. That's why there are minors, and there's minor laws for minors, and they under their parents, because it's up to us to teach them. And so what I said on the panel yesterday was, I hated that she even walked outside that house to fight. You don't have to. We have to teach our young people, you don't have to run to every fight. But some of us adults have to learn that you do not have to run to every fight. And unfortunately, when the police got there, I'm kind of leaning. I kind of agree with Ken a little bit, Kiki, in that a police shows you're called to an ongoing fight. There's a lot of people out there, and there's fighting going on when you get there. The police officer did not know who called him. He just know that there's a knife involved, and he see two girls fight, and then the next thing he sees is somebody with a knife in the air going at another person. And so in that split second, he decided to shoot. Now, Anybody with a gun, I own a 9, a Glock.
Right.
When you hit that trigger, unless it's a dry, even when you're doing a dry shooting, one bullet just don't come out. It's like pop, 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 right off the bat. And so I don't want to be one to ever defend cops, because our community, we're having issues with cops, and I don't even want to get stopped by a cop. I don't trust them. But because of that, we need to be teaching our young people, this is how you avoid those things. First of all, try to avoid a fight if you can.
Right.
And I know young people don't always do what we tell them to do. They're going to do the opposite, but we got to try our best to teach them this is how to keep yourself safe. Stop calling the cops. If you're going to go out there to fight, don't call the cops. Don't call the cops too, because it's not going to turn out good. But as far as that cop being justified or not, I mean, I hate that she's a young girl. She lost her life. I looked at her on TikTok. She was creative. She was talented. She was a pretty girl. I hate that she lost her life. But being a cop, I'm not a cop, but what do? You see somebody with a raised
Well,
knife going at somebody else.
well, I know it's a hard call. And so what you're saying, once you pull that trigger, you can't just stop at one bullet. But do you agree that maybe she shot in the air? Do you agree with it could have gotten to her some kind of way? Do you agree? They say the knife was coming down. Maybe it would have made contact, but couldn't he have got there in time where she's not going to keep stabbing? And it's really hard to call.
I think that as a cop, you have to try to avoid the first stabbing in the first place. I think, and that would have to be questions asked, from somebody else that is a cop. But I would think that, if you see someone being attacked, could they have gotten over there in time enough to stop the other person from being stabbed? If the person had been stabbed, would they have said, well, the cop should have did something? The cop was there, and the person. That's a lot of,
But see, you saw the shooting. Did he have to really aim to shoot 4 shots? Cause it looked like they said they were trained to kill. Pop, 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 pop. 4 shots at this young lady. Now, and I'm not saying maybe let her stab the girl. Like I said, it's really a hard call. It really is. But
and that's my
and
point.
nobody on here is right or wrong. It's a very hard call.
It's a hard call. And, I don't want to in any way defend a cop. I just don't. Not with all we have going on now. But I think that but I can't, say, well, I can't say what I feel like that cop, what their mind frame was. I can't say that.
Well, I can't say either.
But I think the main thing here is going forward, how can we try to help our community to not get into these situations? Because the reality is it's wrong, but the cops, they don't protect us when they come. The bad things happen when the police come.
Always, it never turns out right. And do you agree what some people are saying? She should stay in the house. 16-year-old don't have a mature mind like that. Some of them, we did. All of us did ignorant things as a child. They'll say, "I'm gonna go outside and fight them." Y'all come. You know how that is. That's why I say all these different opinions. Ain't nobody really.
I totally agree that I raised children, so I totally agree that teenagers make bad decisions. Shoot, sometimes my 20-year-old, I look at her side eye. They're like, "Girl, what was you thinking?"
Wow.
So yeah, I totally agree. But it's up to us to keep teaching them. You want to keep yourself safe. Don't we have to keep telling them. And I think that sometimes we teach them by example. You don't run to every fight. You don't have to,
Let me read
if somebody's
this.
coming to your house to fight and you can get to the police and call the police, then do that and keep yourself safe. But I think
that's what I'm saying. Do you really think most of the kids gonna run outside and fight? Call the police and stay in and keep yourself safe. You know how children are. That's all I'm saying.
But what I'm
she
saying
don't have a mature mind like that.
We have to use
and then
these
coming in the
examples.
foster home. Let me get something in. Coming into the foster, just because she's a foster home, maybe she did go through some attacks. Maybe some did go on from that. We don't know the reason why, whatever. But I'm not gonna make that the whole reason. Maybe she went through some things and felt like she had to go out there and protect herself. We don't know a 16-year-old child mind. peace, love. Sammy Dizzle said peace, love. They wouldn't be using that power were she a white girl. They somehow know how to use different tactics. Well, that's true. When it comes, that is so true. Do you think the police would have rolled up on there, see some white girls fighting, bang, 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 bang? No, they walked in a black crowd. They don't know if somebody's gonna attack them too. That's what they do.
And what I think what people are missing is that is my very point. When it comes to us, this is what's going to happen. And that's my very point. Even though we believe that our children don't, they're going to run out there and fight anyway. How can we get the point across to them that these things happen? And this is why you can't do that to keep yourself safe. How do we get that across to them? There was an incident, I'm going to say this and jump down off the panel. There was an incident here where I live. And it happened with my daughter's best friend. Some girls had been fighting back and forth for like 2 weeks, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so they saw each other at this, I know a lot of people have these racetracks, these gas stations. And the girl, one of the girls that had been jumped on and beat up, she saw the girls at the gas station. And she took her car and she ran through those girls. One of them ended up in the hospital and the other one ended up dead. Wow. And it's bothered me because I didn't know these little girls, but I know the cousin of the girl who actually drove the car. And this little girl is in prison now, facing most of her adult years. By the time she get out, she's gonna be old.
Right.
We gotta somehow get across to kids that when you do things, there's repercussions. Because a lot of times we talk like this and say, oh, when I was young, I did crazy things too. And we did. I did. And somehow we made it through. But we have to tell them that, please, we have to use this as an example and say, she shouldn't have been shot. The cops do not treat us fairly. All that is absolute true. And we have to get across to them that because we're not treated fairly, we don't want to lose not a one of you, not one more young person out to like this.
Okay, but like I say, a total hard call. And when I saw the slow motion, I don't know what a knife was aimed at. Somebody said she gonna get cut in the face. What? See, Miss Cruiser, what do you think would have happened if the girl that had a knife? Do you think the two grown women would have beat her down? Well, see, that's what I gotta look at too.
She probably would have took a real good somebody said this actually in your chat the other day. She would have took a real good beat down, but she would have lived to talk about it.
Yeah, but we don't know how bad the beat down. Yeah, she would have lived to talk about it. But the bottom line, what I keep coming back to is the 4 shots. And at the very end of the video, to me, those officers bragged about what they did. They say, Blue Lives Matter. You heard that? Didn't you hear that at the end of that video?
I didn't, but I believe people when they say
girl,
that it was said. I didn't hear it myself, but I hear people say it. I don't doubt that it was said.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you which one to look at. It's only a 7-minute video. It's Roland Martin. Let me find out which one it is.
Well, I don't doubt that. I don't think I can stomach watching the video again. But I don't doubt. I'm not saying that it wasn't said. I don't doubt at all that it was said.
And where you see them on the grass, so you can hear the man say the officer saying, "Blue Lives Matter." You don't gotta watch the whole video.
Well, I don't need to watch the video. Y'all saying that it was said, and I believe it.
Right.
I believe it. I believe that it was said. It was a lot of people who have no reason to tell anything untrue said it was said. So I believe it. I don't have to go watch it. I believe it.
Okay, so
I don't know whether it was the actual cop who did the shooting that said it, or another cop, but I do believe that it was said.
Miss Cruiser, it was a cop that said it. That's why I'm telling you to see it for yourself.
Well,
that's when they got the yellow tape.
I think you misunderstood me. I said I don't know whether it was the cop that did the actual shooting that said it, but I do believe
nobody
that it
knows
was
that. Nobody knows that. I don't know which one. I got to look at it again in slow motion and see who mouth. But it was all 3 of them was on the other side of the yellow tape. The people in the grass discussing it, talking about it. One of them shouted out, "Blue Lives Matter." I don't know, but it doesn't matter which cop said it because they're all together. They're all in agreement. Evidently, that's how they think because they all didn't think like that. The one cop who did said it wouldn't be talking about no Blue Lives Matter. So that's neither here nor there to me. That they got their own little so-called game. Blue Lives Matter. You think if all of them went on the same accord and one of their co-partners saying Blue Lives Matter and none of the cops spoke up to say you should have said that? No. They giggle. That's why I said watch it for yourself. I don't know which one it is, but that's what they said. And if they felt like the one guy said it felt like the other two partners were going to be in agreement, I don't think he would have said that out loud for them to know he's actually glad the girl is dead. That's what I feel.
Yeah, with that, like I said, I believe it was said. Jessica B asked a real good question
Well, let
about
me go back to it.
a parent help defend. She said, "My question is, should a parent help defend their child by any means if the child is getting beat up, or try to diffuse the situation?"
Jessica, if I'm out there and I got 2 or 3 grown people on my 16 child, yeah, I'm gonna get out there and help. But I'm gonna let them stand there. I don't care if it is a child. I've seen situations like that where the mother come outside and help her daughter beat a girl. No, and she had to come out there and help because a gang of children wanted to stop in front of their house to fight her daughter before her daughter can get up the line to the house. The other girl fighting. She thought the other girl was gonna jump into. Of course, the mama went out there and helped. Who wouldn't help their child that's getting jumped by a mob at that point? What about you, Miss Cruiser? You gonna stand there and watch a mob beat your daughter? Because if you try to break it up, they're gonna start hitting you too. So if the mother came outside, with a bat and stuff to get them kids off and stop them trying to jump her daughter.
Well, I answered that with 2 examples, and one of the examples I'm going to put a video up so people don't just think I'm just throwing out examples of things, making up things. Two things that actually happened to me. Now, well, my son used to fight, but and we had to deal with that. But neither of my daughters have ever been in the fight, except for my youngest daughter was in the fight. Someone was threatening her on the bus, kept threatening her, saying they were gonna beat her up. And sure enough, the girl, as she was trying to get off, or as she was walking off the bus, she reached back on and hit my daughter, punched her. And my daughter got up and grabbed her back on the bus, and they got in a fight. And it was, of course, it was recorded, as people do now. And what I did, because I heard that the mother and the other sister was at the bus stop. So, no, I'm not going to fight a child, but I did go knock on that mama's door. And I told that mama, every time your daughter hit my daughter, I'm going to hit you. Now, was that the right thing to do? Absolutely not. It was not. It was not the right thing to do. Anything could have happened out there. But the other example, when I knew better, the second example was more recently, some people had came over to my kid's dad's house, to fight. And, he went out there and he, rather than, he could have fought them. And I'm going to put that video up so people can see how it was handled. It was a whole carload of folks. And he could have, jumped out there and whooped the lot of them. But what he did was he talked to the people. He said, what are we doing here? What is it that we want to do with our lives? He had, and like I said, I put the video up. He did get mad a couple of times because one of the little boys tried to cuss at him, and he was like, "Yo, young man, this ain't what you want." But he did talk them down, and that was his point, was to keep these young people from fighting, to keep them from ruining their life. They even knocked out a window of a van, of my daughter's friend van. Kids act up, even in college. Once they get to college, they fall out, they argue, the little girl don't like to her boyfriend talk to this little girl over here and all of that. But as adults, we have to be the example. We have to show the right way. We have to give them the right way.
Miss Cruiser, what we do show it. But situations going to always happen no matter how we raise that kid. My point is right now, what you just said, no, nobody wants to fight a child. But the thing is, if there's 2 or 3 kids out there, the mob fighting your one child, you will jump up and help. At that point, you ain't got no choice but to help your child and fight a child. You get what I'm saying? What would you do?
I would like to,
because if you try to break it up, they're gonna jump you too.
If my children happen to be outside,
okay,
and they're in a fight, of course I'm going to do everything to defend my kids. I'm a helicopter mom. But if they're on the inside of the house and girls are coming to fight them, I'm going to tell them, do not go out there.
Okay, but the mother wasn't there to tell her, do not go out there. That's the point I'm making. At the time, they wasn't there when she made the call and call for help. I don't know what point they came up. And then somebody just said in my chat, did it warrant the father to kick out? Nobody said nothing. That what they saying, they think it's a father because he said you shot my baby. And I don't know where he came from out the blue, because my understanding in the beginning, she was there with her sister, and they grown women used to be a foster kids in that home, and came over there and started telling them how nasty the house was and cleaned up their room and stuff. They got into an argument. Somehow they ended up outside. That if you read one of the news reports, it'll tell you that it all started when the grown woman was telling them to clean up that they nasty and the house looked bad. That's how the news said it started. So if they didn't clean their rooms, it's domestic girls. It wasn't no grown women's a place. It was the mother place when she get home to tell them to clean up. That's how I heard how it started.
Yeah.
According to all the different news I've been reading, Miss Cruiser.
Yeah.
And I respect your opinion, and
day,
I get everything that you're saying.
yeah.
You
At
know,
the end of the day, a
I
life is
think,
lost. And
huh?
at the end of the day, a young person's life is cut off.
Exactly.
And we have to find, in my opinion, we have to find ways to save our community and save our young people. The cops ain't going to do it. Obviously, they don't care about us, in my opinion. Not all, for the most part,
That's
And
it.
so, I don't know how we can get it across to them. I don't even know sometimes how I can shake it into my own kids. But if we can, we have to tell them, look, y'all gonna have to make some good decisions. Y'all gonna have to think about the repercussions,
Right.
of what could happen, and just and do better so that you can be our future, so you can
Right.
be here when we get old. Because I didn't want to see that little girl killed. I don't want to see nobody's little girl killed or nobody's child killed.
And
And
that's the
so
bottom line.
that's my purpose, not to
And
defend
that's the
anybody,
bottom line.
not to cast blame on anyone. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to say, what can we do to avoid this from happening in the first place?
Well, people have been saying for years, even not right now to this day, constantly coming up with solution. What can we do to, prevent this? Well, we don't really have the answer, because everything that we try to put into place, and no matter how much we instill stuff in our children, sometimes a child mind, gonna go opposite of what the parents is teaching them. So I don't even think it got nothing to do with your upbringing. It's just a child mind, not always mature like that at 16 years old. They're going to sneak and do what they want to do, not just fight or whatever. They're going to do that. And the man was wrong in kicking the girl. He was wrong. Um, the girl was going to get stabbed. Like I said, we saw the knife. I don't know, but it looked like the knife was in mid-air. I stopped her from stabbing the girl. So you stopped her by shooting the gun 4 times. So at the end of the day, for me, the young lady should be alive, and that's all we can say.
And I'm gonna take a quick moment to be petty, if that's okay.
Go right ahead.
Look, ain't none of y'all ain't never got to listen to anything Miss Cruiser ever said. You can see my name, click on it, hit block, and go on about your life, and neither of us will miss a thing. I assure you, neither of us will miss a thing. It won't take no food off my table. It won't take no food off your table. I won't have no sleepless nights over it. You won't have no sleepless nights over it. Obviously, you're aware of me, and I am not aware of you. I have no idea who you are.
Miss Cruiser,
With that, I'm going to go. Y'all have a good Friday.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you
let
so
me
much
say
for
this
letting
before
me
you
on
go.
let me speak.
Okay, let me say this before you go. Because I don't mean if you get attacked, we just doing our opinions. Girl, ignore these trolls when you up here. Cause you see, I
For the
ain't looking
most
over
part,
there either.
for the most part, I do. But today,
Yeah.
because I'm kind of, it's a petty day for me, and I'm kind of going back and forth with William McCray. I felt like it today. I just felt like it. Normally, I don't go back and forth with anybody in the beef sector,
Okay.
but I felt like it today.
Okay.
But that's as far as I go. I ain't interested.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much,
Have a great
guys. Y'all have a good Friday.
Okay, you have a good Friday too, and thanks for coming up. Nappy, I'm having problems with the I know you can't hear me. That's why I gotta send this phone back, but I can hear you very clearly. But I want you to call a different number and call right back, because I'm having problems. I can hear y'all, but y'all can't hear me, so I gotta send this phone back. So no, I'm gonna text you what number to call, okay? If you're watching me, I'm gonna text this to you, because I don't want to give this number out. Okay? I'm finna text you this number to call me on right now, because I think something wrong with the speaker that I can't hear people. I can't hear people as they call me, But I hear y'all clearly, and I'm going to text you this number right now so you can call in, okay? Give me a moment. Let me find it because I don't know it by heart. But it's not going to be my regular number. I'll be contacting you at Noah when I get this straightened out today. Because I had to go up to the Verizon yesterday. They already did a replacement phone. Now I got to replace this. It must have been refurbished. I had insurance on this. So I'm really pissed off about that. This phone, what, $1,400, $1,500 phone. So I'm getting pissed off about it being like this. So let me write this number down so I can send it to you. Okay. So I was going to put it in the chat, but no, I can't put this number in the chat. Okay, let me give it to you right now. And I'll pass my time. I'll be going off in a minute, but let me send this number to you right now. Okay, and this number, I can never give out, but I trust you with it. And do not put this number in the chat. You see it? Now call me on this number right now, okay? You got it? If you do, call it. While I read, I'm waiting on you to call me while I'm reading in the chat. I'm going to stay a little longer while I'm reading in the chat. There you go. Here we go. Hello? Can you hear me? Wait a minute. Hello? Hi. Good morning. Hello?
Okay, this is what I want to say.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I can hear you. Can they hear me?
Can y'all hear her? Put a 1. Can y'all hear her? Somebody else trying to call me too, but I can hear y'all. Just say who you are. Huh?
I can hear myself in the chat. It's a delay though.
Okay, they saying 1. They can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, this is Nappy Child.
Right, okay.
I just want to say something to everybody.
You got an echo too. I'm hearing an echo while you're talking to me, but maybe it's on me.
Let me turn my chat down. Let me mute my chat. I want to say something. I rarely come up or make a comment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a veteran. I've been in the military over 20 years.
Uh-huh.
When I came out of the military, I became a police officer where I live in for more than 10 years. I currently work in corrections. Okay, I'm getting ready to retire. There is a use of force continuum. We're also taught interpersonal skills of how to deal with people. That's why you should have people who police your community that look like your community. I've had that situation. Someone with a knife, I have a gun, they have another person. I was able to use my interpersonal communication skills, and that person was white. Mm-hmm. That child should be alive. All the other stuff is valid about upbringing and what kids are going to do. She should be alive. And that's all I have to say.
Well, you're right about that.
Because if he had been a black cop, if I came up, yo, what's going on here? Taser, talking, trying to distract. Yes, the other lady may have been stabbed, but both of them would be alive. So I can't. When we have people who police our community that don't look like us, because I've worked in white communities, and there were things that I could not do in a white community that I was doing in the hood. And I've watched them white cops. I don't work just like in my other jobs in the military and corrections. I know who these white people are. And that cop that said Blue Lives Matter, you shouldn't even have been wearing that mask at work.
And let me ask you this question. So whether it was the one that did the shooting or not, they evidently, for him to say that in front of his partners, they're all in agreement with Black Lives Matter. Because if he didn't want them to know.
Back societies, Miss Bless. There are back societies just like us black folk get
together.
All them, they get together. And they got these little communities and you know who's who.
Right.
Because you can tell by how they interpersonally interact with you.
Otherwise,
if you don't have people in your regular circle that are diverse, you're with that one group of people that you look like.
So otherwise, you agree with me then? For him to say that out loud around the other two partners, for him to say that out loud around the other two partners, they all must have been in agreement. They all must
de-escalate. We're there to gather information after a crime and de-escalate. You eat it. You're wearing the uniform. You eat it. Now, when you get out with your friends, old Jim Bob and all y'all, shooting coon, whatever y'all do, you talk like that amongst your people. But when you're at a crime scene and you're in a uniform, you're doing a job, you're to be professional and de-escalate. Show compassion even if you don't feel it.
Okay, so back to what I'm trying to ask you. So for him to say that also in front of his partners, let you know right there that they're all in cahoots together with that Blue Lives Matter, because otherwise, if his partners didn't know that he was racist like that, if he didn't want them to know, he wouldn't say that in front of them. So in fact that he said that in front of them, they all were in cahoots together. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said it don't matter which cop said it.
I concur because look at Moesha over there on the ground. I believe, yes.
Okay, yeah.
They didn't care about LaQuisha, Jamal, whoever.
Wow.
He should not have been able to say that, nor wear that mask at work. You're supposed, whatever your personal politics, there's a saying, check your isms at the door when you come to work.
Exactly. Now,
that's all I had to say, Miss Bless.
Okay.
I usually don't say things. I'm quiet, and that Google moderator can't bite my you know what. But
well, I hear that
I'm not going nowhere.
I hear that the Google moderators in here, so evidently they've been taking people down again. But listen, it's a statement that you also just said that maybe the girl would have been stabbed and the other girl would have been alive. Because he could have got there before the knife made contact, or if it did make contact one time to slice her on the face.
You could have rendered aid. Did you see how they rendered aid to that young woman when she was even down?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is so if the knife hadn't made contact, cut her on the face or whatever, they would have bent her by then to stop her from further stabbing, is what she's saying. That she could have been alive, and she would, the other girl probably would have been cut. Not probably, but she would have been cut, but the other girl would have been alive. I get what you're saying. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Charges. They all would have been charged up. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. I listened to, I forget who it was that was up there previously. I too I own firearms. I go to the range religiously. You're not taught to shoot center mass. If you can take a shot, and I also am a Glock owner, 2 Glocks. You are to try to stop the threat, not kill. No headshots, and try the shoulders. It's your shot. Aim it. Okay? We don't shoot to kill. You shoot to stop the threat.
Well, anyway, I respect everybody's opinion. So, you know.
She should be alive.
Well, she should. That's the bottom line.
But everybody have a blessed day, good weekend, and let the games continue.
Okay. All right. I'm almost out of here, too. Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. I don't know who else that caller was that was trying to call me. Anyway, Fran Grant said, but what if the knife had pierced the other person's heart? She would have been dead. Exactly. That's why I said, that's why this is so controversial. It's not a win-win situation. You know, it's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. We just don't know. Bottom line is one girl is dead. I still feel like it should have been 4 shots. But Miss Cruz was explaining how some guns work. When you fire, it just pop, 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 pop. Well, then bump and raise it up or something. Don't let 4 bullets go that way, because evidently he was aiming at the heart, the head, whatever. They train, like he said, shoot to kill. And that's exactly what they did. Okay. Now, with that said, y'all been over here longer than an hour and 18 minutes. Thank you, everybody that was here. Thank you, everybody that's still here. First of all, I just want to come on and have a peaceful talk. I didn't want to be too messy because I don't feel like I have to be extremely messy to hold views or to get people over here with me. I like the fact that my core members come here all the time, especially when they don't want to be too messy, but just have a little bit of KK. So that's why I didn't take it there. I only go off on somebody if I have to. I don't have to do it like that. Now, when I come back on later on, I think I'll be on my other channel. I'm gonna have to start going over there to further get subscribers. Can y'all start dropping and promoting? I think we all agree she should definitely be alive. I appreciate the caller points. Yeah, and everybody, Miss Cruz, got their own points, their own opinion. So at this point, to me, ain't nobody wrong. We speaking what we really feel. We speaking our true opinion on the situation. So I'm not going to criticize nobody and what they're saying. Because like I said, in this case, I don't think none of us are right. We just give an opinion. I don't know what's right or what's wrong in this. Like I said, the girl, like somebody just said, we didn't maybe the knife with a spear so hard. Then what? See, that's what I'm saying. It's just so many different scenarios. I just know how good we treat our children. We try hard to teach our children. Some of them still will sneak behind our back and do other things besides just going outside to fight after you call 911. But, you know, a lot of children put themselves in dangerous situations every day. I know I did. I was bold. You know, when I go out at night, you know, to a party, you know, I was a teenager. I was bold to just stand up and be friendly. People come from the other town. How y'all doing? Want to fight? We stand there talking. They could have grabbed us through the car. We were ignorant then. A lot of us did things that we shouldn't have done, that our parents right now to this day, even while we grown, don't know what we did. My dad went to death. He don't know a lot of the crazy stuff I may have did. William is bothering you again, Miss Cruiser? Let me have to William. Okay. You're right. The grown women had no business going over there anyway. And then they had no business criticizing how they clean up. Wasn't none of their business. They're going to go in there and talk about the house nasty. That's what the news said. That's how it started. Start criticizing her and her sister, how they cleaned the house. Talking about the house is nasty and y'all need to clean up your rooms. And they say that's how the argument started. I read that yesterday. Y'all can go Google it again and read it again for yourself and see it for yourself. I'm going to play the music while y'all go ahead and promote and drop the diamond. Today is Friday. You know the rapper with Deanna's tonight. Check out Just Next video. You know, she did a video yesterday promoting her soap. Okay, y'all, we got Custard, we got Peace Love, we got Soap and Wash, Pizarro, me with my new channel, Brianna with her products over there, hair and everything. Lady Nika did a lot yesterday. Pretty Boy the Glass, official to response to shades. Y'all just start promote. Okay. How can you find my channel? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about Google? Just Google the name of the 16-year-old girl that got killed. You'll find it. If that's the one you're talking about. Pizarro is Spirit Girl Live. It's on my community board. It's on Lady Nika's community board. Okay? You're right. They shouldn't have been there. I'm on my way out there, y'all. I watch it on over to the Tatum channel. He puts out that. I never heard of that person. Have a wonderful Friday. Y'all be seeing me in the streets. Like I said, I'm going to come back later on the other channel for a short time. Last call. Promote yourself. Last call. Promote yourself. Okay. Let me get the music geared up. We out of here. Now, and I'll reiterate, I'll never come on here. I don't want to come on here and disrespect no little kid. I don't feel like I got to come on here and do the most and rant and rave, old as I am, like some particular old woman. Keep doing it. Because now that you can't do, Chevin did reenaction acting for 3 weeks, she found another way. And that's to be cussing these young folks out. And that's just a shame. I don't care if you do get mad. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Let me go, y'all. See y'all later. Toodaloo. Toodaloo. I'm out of here.